Hello everybody, this is Glitch Reaper again, aka the original card game for the win, and I'm here doing a little bit of Obi-Wan Sealed after they did the release. I might want to edit this a bit, but I've kind of went in and I've collected up mostly green and white with a bit of colorless. But for the most part, you can see I got a lot of things in my with using up my sealed token. Kind of boosted the land a bit, but I tend to do that in these because they tend to give like fewer cards, so the ratios are usually a little skewed, so I tend to help that out. One thing is I got several really good things in there, including another Elish Norn, and though you do get one for doing the pre-order, you can't use that copy unless you've actually drawn it in a draft, so yeah, so if you're doing a draft, whether it's sealed or another draft format, that's kind of a thing to remember, as you won't be having her in there unless she just randomly shows up, which she did for me, so nice. Got the Eternal Wanderer, so I have a Planeswalker to work with, and I have Vorinclex. Yeah, here's the thing. The other Praetors are reprinted in this set, even virtually, which means as a possible mythic rare, you might get one of the previous Praetors from their recent sets. So that happened. So I'm so it was kind of pointing me towards going green-white like I was originally planning anyhow. So I also got one of the lands that I'm thinking of doing some crazy stuff with at some point. And Mycosynth Gardens is, even just within this setup, there's some things I can do. I got some, and this whole set has a lot of very nice commons and uncommons. Like, I didn't get all the commons and uncommons that I've been wanting to collect yet, obviously. But I have got a lot of good ones that should work out here. And, yeah, the fact that I got just some of these things that just kind of complement helping things have a harder time being blocked is going to be kind of funny, because you could imagine this on this, or for that matter on this, and then stuff gets wacky. So there's going to be a toxic time happening very soon. And, so this is going to be insane. Now, I've opened a few packs that I got with the initial code there, but so my collection's already popping off pretty quickly. Now, I might customize this visually a little bit before I go off, because I did get some stuff to go with it. So to honor the pre-order, let me see. Oh, it's not doing that skip back thing again. Nice, they must have debugged that. Also, I might finally be able... Oh, I say that and then it happens. I may also finally be able to do my Universal Tribal video, because there was a bug that was preventing me from doing the version I was going to start with, because I wanted to try with one of the trickiest tribes to try, which is also completely colorless, and that happens to be the one that was bugged. I think I will actually go with my Phyrexian mirror here as a sleeve. I'm going with the pet being the Might, because this is one that you get early on in the mastery. Now, avatars, I mean, Ujin's great, but let's go with someone that has a bit of additional history with this. Let's see if anybody gets the connection.
No one crosses me a second time.
Okay. Or maybe versus army or Karn? Well, I'm thinking of going with Xander for a moment for a very interesting reason. Because in the lore, he had collected artworks that showed the history of Capenna, and it revealed that they had been invaded by Phyrexians before. So there's that. Ilspith would be a little too ironic. Then again, maybe I should go with Karn or Ujin?
When you understand reality, you understand yourself.
I have faced worse than the likes of you.
He's usually referring to the Phyrexia, so that might be a little too ironic, too. Going classic? Maybe.
I lead the Golgari now. Step aside or be crushed.
Vraska, maybe, because she gets completed in the set.
Who am I? Who are any of us but anxiety's given form?
That's actually appropriate how he tried to figure out what the Phyrexians had nightmares of, and is a nightmare himself, so, okay. I mean, he was curious about them being more like himself, so maybe actually going with Ashiok, even though it has nothing to do with the color thing. It would be kind of an interesting twist. Because he's kind of appropriately like them in some ways. Okay, so now I think with all this stuff, I'm just going to head in and see how it goes. But either way, I'm going to get like at least 3 more packs to open, no matter what. So, and if things go farther, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That is an interesting location they picked out there. These Phyrexian themes are going to be interesting. Okay, I got some white and other stuff coming up quickly, so this could be interesting. I'll take that. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of skull bombs. Like, that's gonna be like a definite thing. Oh, they got the Doom Mover. Got one of those in here too. Okay, so they're gonna be getting one of those next. That's interesting. Yeah. Like, I'm not even getting to the poison here, and that's already just a rampage. Of course, there's probably going to be more than one Dune Mover around here. That's totally a completely valid point. Oh wow, they got an obliterator. I don't have another thing with that, but... I can tap it out another time. I'm definitely gonna need to use this to chase in. Oh, they got the... Okay. of all the odds, they got a flyer to block it. Kind of. This will help. I mean, if you don't actually block with your only flyer, it's gonna be... Yeah, I think they saw which direction this was going, that I was out-flying them. That wasn't even out-toxic. That was just a beatdown. That was just a beatdown. I've had some times where my Poisonous Thin deck became an absolute beatdown before, so I've seen it just go that way. And... okay, so that happened. Now, this whole set, might have had, I think is geared towards making fights involving it shorter. Like, it's like win or lose fast within a few minutes each duel. That's just how it seems to be designed. So, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Tap Extravaganza. Fair enough. I would need more forest to really feel like holding on to that. That's a bit more like it. I will keep 6, and oddly enough, I might put this thing away, because it's not really that big of a thing there. Now, this is going to be a little slower, but that Basilisk, yeah, that's a thing. Let me see what actions you got. You producing a web back there? Or you just dancing? Okay, so you're producing a web back there, okay. Or a spray or something? Or is it poison? Is it Phyrexia poison? You're poisoning the world backwards while you're doing your dance. To be perfectly fair, I kinda like the fact that it's doing a dance. I mean, it's a very happy night. You gonna get into a toxic match? Is this how this is gonna go? Yeah, we're getting into a toxic match finally. Okay. I can totally do that. Okay, skull bomb. A lot of literal bombs around here. Got skull bombs. If I could get enough for my Praetor, oh my gosh, that would be ridiculous. I could copy my spell bomb, my skull bomb. Darn this. Skull bomb, and throw it out, we'll see. Okay, so they're going white, black poison. Okay, that's fair. No, I thought about it. And I'm like, yeah, not really. Actually play Vorinclex next turn. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Okay, because I'm gonna fly over. Okay. I mean, do I want to do this? I do kind of need a flyer. But
I'll clean up this mess.
I will have you...
My blade has no equal.
I will choose that one, and the rest go away. So that's not going to be a barrier for very long. Especially when I get Vorinclex out. Because some of her other abilities also make this very dangerous. The Mite can't even block, so they have to block with the Scrap Gorger or get another poison counter. Sure, they're gonna get one on me next time, but again, her abilities make this very iffy for them, because if they try to take her out, then I'm gonna strike past that and definitely have Vorinclex out next time. Okay, so they went for taking her out, so I'm gonna gain a serious advantage very soon. Because Vorinclex is just ridiculous. I could have went with doing Vorinclex first and then her, but I really needed to clear the field a bit. Okay, so they got that started up. Still gonna have the faster thing in a moment. They totally did that out of order. Okay, so we're gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna just have to do this. Because Vorinclex is just ridiculous. Especially in his form as Monstrous Raider with that whole thing back. I mean, oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna need to create a mirror in here to block the flyer. Man, these mana values are so high, though, by comparison to a lot of equipment. Okay, so you did do that. So I'll give you that. Okay, so I can't strike through that entirely and get the poison. I need that one too. I mean, you gotta admit, the thing about creatures you control that are equipped with buffs is nice. But still. Okay, that does change things. They're gonna be dealing just way too much damage with green. That death touch is still death touch. Okay, that's an interesting effect. I'll give it that. I can actually activate that in between. I just don't have enough attack power right now. Not this round, yeah. Okay, they're gonna go for like the no lands and just proliferate thing? Yep, they got a land. Frost pits. It's interesting. Do I want to try to take that out? I might want to go for it. I'll just go for the attack. Just to have it be a bit more. And they got the Necrogen Rot Priest. Okay. Yeah, I knew they just got too big of creatures that round. There wasn't anything I could do with that one. It happens. I'm still making progress on my quest either way, because they're all have to do with white and or green. Elish Norn's special font. I see. So much oil. No matter how many gems I get, ooh, Mycosynth's Gardens. No matter how many gems I get, I'm definitely going to get some serious packs. So, can you dance? Oh, you're on your own battlefield here, so kind of. Looking for more dance moves. still a good dance. May not have too many moves, but gotta admit, he's got spunk. I've got the one with it dealt with me last time, so yeah, I have a copy of that. Reach, trample, and can't be blocked by flying. It's kind of a very specific thing there. I could have thrown out the skull bomb, but I don't think it's quite time yet. I think I need another land out before I try putting that on my duelist here. Or maybe the basilisk. Yeah, no, the duelist gets in more time. And that is a pretty big buff, so yeah. But the best way to use a skull bomb is probably immediately when it comes out. Like, just go for it. Although this guy might have an extra something to do. Well, I have more than one of these in here, so yeah, let's just go for it. I think they're thinking about it. Are you really gonna just take it? Or are you gonna do something else? Okay, they're thinking about it. Okay. Okay, now that went through beautifully. Okay, so they're definitely oiling up a little bit. Might be a good time to just let this guy out. Death Touch is gonna kill something. Oh, they let it through. Okay. I might have had to have more than one Basilica spell bomb to get this guy flying, so that can also happen again. And of course I have my Raptors if I can draw them, that would be nice. Just zip right over and get it a couple of other poison counters. And I'll be buying some time with this thing. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. They're definitely oiling up hard. That is pretty wacky. The Phyrexian wizard it can become almost straight up unblockable after all. I can get some interesting combos with that. Do you got a enchantment or artifact that can go along? Speaking of oiling, I might as well oil up. Okay. If they got something that's just unblockable, I need to start whacking creatures. Oh, okay, they're going all out. I do think I'll take those two out first. Might actually make it into that for some more lifelink. Okay, it's hasting up. Okay. 2, 4, 1. I just don't want to take it out. Nailed it. Now, can I take out one of yours? One of the remaining ones to just gain some life? Are we gonna do a trade there for that Flamestoker? Okay, just a little life gain. Okay, I blew that up, but I can get to proliferate now, because that's an artifact creature. Yeah, I just cannot nuke that with anything that I've got. Yeah, they come up with the creature reply. Yeah, this has turned into a slugfest. Well. Might as well make it official. Okay. If we're gonna go out blind, right? Okay, so they burned that one out. I mean, I knew that one was going to be unblockable, so there's no chance it was going to go through. Had to just take a swing that time. We'll see what about those packs in a moment. Might ramp in just about right. Trim sticker. Nice. We'll think for later. Again, I just get in with some serious life leaks in this section. You gonna trade? Just a car for your Vorik? Okay, you did. We're about to get a little trick called pass the equipment. Possibly. That thing will count down eventually, but for now, that's a slight problem. I might use this. Oh, Tyrannax. That is a problem. I can use the Skull Bomb for a quick save. No, not really. I don't have quite enough mana for that. Now, if it had let me power that up, that would have been able to take that out. Definitely speeding up on the voice. Save that thing for another day. Oh, I had lethal and I missed it. I missed seeing it. Because I had more flying than they did. I could have taken them out and I missed it. Oh well. It looks like they missed theirs too, so okay. So they've got something to take that out. I may have another skull bomb pop up, so you never know. I might use it to finish them off. Also, I need to cast more white spells, so. That was narrow. More narrow than it should have been because I should have calculated lethal on the other one. But, yeah, it was still very close. Like, that was very tight. Again, this was a lot about quick duels. Okay, so I'm gonna get at least 600 gems? Okay. Nice. Now, will we go further or not? That's the big question there. Oh, this says, like, all the... excuse me, gas. All the spheres. Monumental Facade, Mirrex, the Autonomous Furnace, Hunter Maze, Surgical Bay, Dross Pit, Sphere Basilica, Icosense Gardens, and the Seed Core. Okay. Read that all before it rotated the message. Nice. I kind of have an interesting theory about how, let's just say Elspeth could theoretically still save the day, despite being, or rather because of being, in the Blind Eternities. I mean, that could be a pretty wild idea if it turns out the way I'm thinking, because that would just be kind of nuts. I do get to start off with a card here, so... New dancer? They probably got an artifact, so I might as well try to see if it's working. Yeah, they're waiting to strike back. Huh. Really thought that they would have put out an artifact first. Well, there's gonna be a lot more after that. You can definitely see that being a thing. I'm gonna get some wings soon. But yeah, the fact is it's gonna keep putting out those, so then that'll keep triggering that. They can't block. That's an interesting combination of work. Oh, and I got this Dross Skull Bomb. For Mirrodin! Okay, yeah. I'll wait on this. They just went for the draw. Like, they didn't even have a creature in the grave. Like, seriously? Hey, Puppet Chase. You're the pet of the month, so I can see how they got you there. Do you have any other interesting things you do from my side, or you want to watch my my mite dance? It has an absolute party every time. He even gets extra lights and everything. Like, this thing's going full disco. Staying alive, staying alive. I mean, you can totally see it this way, right? I'm not the only one that is thinking of that. This, maybe, I'm a survivor. No, that's the wrong one. Which one am I thinking of, other than that? Really? They smacked it with a mite. They smacked it with a mite. I guess we don't have anything to poison it. These two things definitely go together. Make it have flying and can't be blocked by something with flying. Then only things with reach specifically would block it. Which would be kind of funny. They really buffed that one. I gotta admit, I really like this guy's little dance. I will survive, that's the one I was thinking. I mean, I might as well. Ouch. I mean, that was a blow. Okay, fair enough. I get some poison in, I'll give you that, but, not gonna have that particular life linker. Now, can my flying Sky Siphon Gulfer take you out before you get enough poison in on me? Well, we'll see about that. They did throw down with that thing that generates it. Now, that's an interesting thing. It's literally spitting out the, or maybe sucking up, I'm not sure which, Phyrexia oil. That showing is pretty tough. It is very poisonous. Yeah, viral spawning, that's the thing. And because it has a special version of Corrupted, it has flashback, so they can flashback that. I mean, this is expensive to play out in a few things, but yeah, with enough land, it works. It can do a thing. I know they're getting past a couple of those. Yeah, they had to go for it. That time. I'll be able to block a few, but this is going to be a little iffy. Okay, so I'll try to squash a couple along the way. Yeah, I had 2 of them. Well, if you insist. Do I go for... Yeah, there's too many of them. I was supposed to just take one down with me. This one went, like, the distance. Like, this was way farther than I thought. Oh, funny thing you can do. Still interact with stuff after... Is this an interactive field, or is this mostly artistic? That's something I'm kind of curious about. Looks like it's just mostly an artistic battlefield. Like, this one is not as much of an interactable. I'm not seeing much you can actually interact with. It's a little too sterilized, Lauren. There's nothing to interact with here. Wait a moment. Is that... Oh, that does light up a bit more. I think those are like the... At least I think so. Oh yeah, it does light up a little more whenever you do it, but just a little bit, like, not much. Yeah, I had to play around with that a little bit. Okay, so just a little bit. Those are like, I think, part of the roots of the invasion tree, realm breaker. At least I think that's what they are. Oh, branches. They wouldn't be the roots. Those are buried pretty deep, so it'd be the branches. Anyhow. Some of those. Anoint with affliction style. Okay. So I got some extra gems and everything. And some other stuff too. Yeah, some of that was from my leveling up. Which reminds me. Oh, it's gonna be a while before I do anything with that again. Okay, so I got one of my quests. And it almost got that. It almost triggered that too. So I got close. I may do some stuff later, but let's open up some of the additional packs that I just got. Golden packs I might save for the end this time. Like I have in the past, just do a big pack party. Okay, that's beautiful. That's a lot of stuff that okay, that is a lot of firsts right there. That one was like a big, and in there too. It's the one that basically cast it like an equipment and get a copy of a creature. It's like, yeah. So yeah, that one is definitely interesting, and you can kind of pass it along as who becomes the copy of something. So it's like this sword makes you a shapeshifter. So interesting. Hey, it's a Phyrexian squid. Now, who assimilated who this time would be hard to say. Ah, I got the plague nurse finally. Nice. I was so open for that one there. Because I've been... oh, and this one's also Whisper of the Dross. I think they've overlooked how convenient this one is. But yeah, the plague nurse. So definitely to go with my poisonous deck designs for later. I got the thicket. Where evolution meets austerity, primal might bucks against the yoke of hierarchy. It's the one that's white-green. And here's the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. So this is a quick or slow, depending on the circumstances. So, I mean, it's better than the paint lands. I will totally give it that. Like, I'm not a fan of the paint lands. Okay, we have a... We have ourselves a spider strider, kind of. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. I got the giant juggernaut. Okay, interesting. I wasn't expecting him to show up this early on, but okay. Got a lot of firsts here. Not technically that one, though. That one has been reprinted so many times, it's ridiculous. Or at least something like it, one of the two. That one's a good one. That can just hold something down. Got something else for white and green toxic, so okay. So poison is definitely charging up here. Crawler Drake. Basically a Phyrexian Drake that's dependent on oil. Another Dune Mover. So yeah, that thing about getting an extra land card on the top of your deck, yeah, that can help. That can help. I'll definitely say that can help. A straight-up mythic rare wild card. Okay. I'll have to think about that one. Yeah. Okay, so I'll have some things to ponder soon. Okay, that all happened there. Okay, so I have some more quests to kind of do for a while, or figure out, or maybe not do some historic single. I may have to figure out what I'm going to do on that. But yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting going onward. And I haven't even modified my Fin deck yet for some of the stuff from Phyrexia, because there's some stuff that I'm definitely going to prioritize on for it. That's going to be very interesting. Not necessarily all that you'd think, too, because I mean, the whole ability lord thing with Finn works great in its own interesting ways, especially when it comes to death touch interactions. So, I'm going to have it slightly improved, but I'm also going to have some other brawl decks that take advantage of Toxic, so, including one starring Vorinclex himself. Of course, to be perfectly fair, that's just, in a way, a bit of a swap between the two, because Vorinclex is in my Finn deck, so, yeah. And just saying, I'm not quite as big on the Phyrexian emotes at least, I mean, they could grow on me later, but I'll think about it. I mean, I like a lot of the emotes I already got, so I might just still save up a bit and see if, oh, actually, I might be able to get pretty close. Because I was thinking of getting Puppet J, so maybe I get that first and make the other stuff later, but we'll see. Anyhow, there is something I'd kind of like to show off before I head out, and that is kind of just how the whole mastery set is looking. Now, we're going to get a certain number of mites, and I'm wondering if they're going to spread the whole mite cycle between this and some of the upcoming Phyrexian sets like March of the Machines. Because here because if you're getting Mastery Pass, you get the Furnace Mite. Going onward, you will get the Porcelain Mite. And earlier, somewhere in between, you get the Progress Mite. So they're themed after the different spheres, apparently. And you can kind of take a look at some of the other rewards. And might add, you will be getting some rare cards along the way that's interesting. Including those. So that's something to always keep in mind, is now that we're getting extra guaranteed rares of certain things, you can kind of plan around that. So, just saying. But yeah, the Porcelain Mite is actually like the last pet in the set. For now. Again, we will see later. But yeah, it looks like it's going all the way up to 80. Like it has before. And we're getting 3 mites. So we don't have a colorless mite yet. This one resembles Skrelv the most, obviously. So Skrelv, I might be figuring you out in a little while. So for now, just kind of showing off a bit of what we're having. Now the Mastery Tree has also some stuff here. So in terms of like what ones you're going to pick up along the way, because if you're going full Mastery, you will be able to get pretty much all that. So it's just a nice bonus that they work up there. Now, you'll also be getting Phyrexian Praetor avatars, so that's also something to keep in mind. And you will still get a few orbs for this under your normal levels. So let's see, how much could you actually do on that? Let me do that as a quick check first. You see, you get 1 here. You get 1 here, so that's 2. That's 3rd. 4th. 5th. So you could complete 1 of those tree branches, I guess you could say, if you really wanted to. So you'd have to choose pretty wisely there. So which one you think goes with for you the most? Because either way, you'd be able to get basically 1 avatar if you're not going full Mastery Pass. Because if it's only like 5 orbs, then you could only get like 3 steps and get 1, and then get 2 steps and not quite get 1. So if you were thinking of it that way, you can either like fully complete a chain, or partially complete one, get a little bit on others. Or maybe if you really just want the first style of each, if you really felt like it, you could do it that way. Which would just basically be each of the immediately Praetor-controlled spheres, which aren't the best spheres. I mean, let's face it, the ones that aren't directly controlled by the craters, by the Praetors. Yes, the craters. To be perfectly fair, there's a lot of craters in Phyrexia, but the ones not immediately controlled by the Praetors are actually mechanically just mostly cooler, with an exception or so there. So, you know, I mean, they're all kind of good. I mean, sacking one of these for a card is something that you could do as a moment of desperation. But otherwise, it's just to have a sphere that works with your color. So, and there is something in there that I'm wondering if they're going to set it off at some point or not, so we will see. For now, I'll be, well, I guess I could get off of this screen now. For now, I'll be logging off. Hope to hear from you all later. Bye for now, everybody, and remember, there will be way more MTG, because MTG forever.